welcome to Think and Grow Rich Mastermind. It's our fourth session and I'm going to begin with our mastermind principles. I begin every mastermind meeting by reading these 8 mastermind principles. I release myself to the mastermind because I'm strong when I have others to help me. I believe the combined intelligence of the mastermind creates a wisdom far beyond my own. I understand that I will more easily create positive results in my life when I'm open to looking at myself and my problems and opportunities from another's point of view. I decide to release my desire totally in trust to the mastermind, and I am open to accepting new possibilities. I forgive myself for mistakes I have made. I also forgive others who have hurt me in the past so I can move into the future with a clean slate. I ask the mastermind to hear what I really want, my goals, my dreams, and my desires. And I hear my mastermind partners supporting me in my fulfillment. I accept. I know, relax, and accept, believing that the working power of the mastermind will respond to my every need. I'm grateful knowing this is so. Dedication and covenant. I now have a covenant in which it is agreed that the mastermind shall supply me with an abundance of all the things necessary to live a success-filled and happy life. I dedicate myself to be of maximum service to God and my fellow human beings to live in a manner that will set the highest example for others to follow and to remain an open channel of God's will. I go forth with a spirit of enthusiasm, excitement, and expectancy. Hi, good evening, Elijah.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm okay, and it's actually afternoon for me.
Okay, that's good.
Awesome.
I started the book reading, so I'll start it again. It was just 1 minute I started.
Alright, I was kind of having bad internet.
Shortly after Mr. Darby received his degree from the University of Hard Knocks and had decided to profit by his experience in the gold mining business, he had the good fortune to be present on an occasion that proved to him that no does not necessarily mean no. One afternoon, he was helping his uncle grind wheat in an old-fashioned mill. The uncle operated a large farm on which a number of colored sharecrop farmers lived. Quietly, the door was opened, and a small colored child, the daughter of a tenant, walked in and took her place near the door. The uncle looked up, saw the child, and barked at her roughly. "What do you want?" Meekly, the child replied, "My mammy says send her 50 cents. "I'll not do it," the uncle retorted. "Now you run on home." "Yes, sir," the child replied, but she did not move. The uncle went ahead with his work, so busily engaged that he did not pay enough attention to the child to observe that she did not leave. When he looked up and saw her still standing there, he yelled at her, "I told you to go on home. Now go, or I'll take a switch to you." The little girl said, "Yes, sir," but she did not budge an inch. The uncle dropped a sack of grain he was about to pour into the mill hopper, picked up a barrel stave, and started toward the child with an expression on his face that indicated trouble. Darby held his breath. He was certain he was about to witness a murder. He knew his uncle had a fierce temper. He knew that colored children were not supposed to defy white people in that part of the country. When the uncle reached the spot where the child was standing, she quickly stepped forward one step, looking up into his eyes, and screamed at the top of her shrill voice, "My mammy's gotta have that 50 cents." The uncle stopped, looked at her for a minute, then slowly laid the barrel, same on the floor, put his hand in his pocket, took out $50 and gave it to her. The child took the money and slowly backed towards the door, never taking her eyes off the man whom she had just conquered. After she had gone, Uncle sat down on a box and looked out the window into space for more than 10 minutes. He was wondering with awe over the whipping he had just taken. Mr. Darby too was doing some thinking. That was the first time in all his experience that he had seen a colored child deliberately master an adult white person. How did she do it? What happened to his uncle that caused him to lose his fierceness and become as docile as a lamb? What strange power did this child use that made her master over her superior? These and other similar questions flashed into Darby's mind, but he did not find the answer until years later when he told me the story. Strangely, the story of this unusual experience was told to the author in the old mill, on the very spot where the uncle took his whipping. Strangely too, I had devoted nearly a quarter of a century to the study of the power which enabled an ignorant, illiterate, colored child to conquer an intelligent man. As we stood there in that musty old mill, Mr. Darby repeated the story of the unusual conquest and finished by asking, "What can you make of it? What strange power did that child use that so completely whipped my uncle?" The answer to the question will be found in the principles described in this book. The answer is full and complete. It contains details and instructions sufficient to enable anyone to understand and apply the same force which the little child accidentally stumbled upon. Keep your mind alert and you will observe exactly what strange power came to the rescue of the child. You will catch a glimpse of this power in the next chapter. Somewhere in the book you will find an idea that will quicken your receptive powers and place at your command for your own benefit this same irresistible power. The awareness of this power may come to you in the first chapter, or it may flash into your mind in some subsequent chapter. It may come in the form of a single idea, or it may come in the nature of a plan or a purpose. Again, it may cause you to go back into your past experiences of failure or defeat and bring to the surface some lesson by which you can regain all that you lost through defeat. After I had described to Mr. Darby the power unwittingly used by the little colored child, he quickly retraced his 30 years of experience as a life insurance salesman and frankly acknowledged that his success in that field was due in no small degree to the lesson he had learned from the child. Mr. Darby pointed out, every time a prospect tried to blow me out without buying, I saw that child standing there in the old mill, her big eyes glaring in defiance, and I said to myself, I've got to make this sale. The better portion of all the sales I have made were made after people had said no. He recalled too his mistake in having stopped only 3 feet from gold, but he said that experience was a blessing in disguise. It taught me to keeping on no matter how hard the going may be, a lesson I needed to learn before I could succeed in anything. The story of Mr. Darby and his Uncle, the Colored Child, and the Gold Mine doubtless will be read by hundreds of men who make their living by selling life insurance, and to all of these, the author wishes to offer the suggestion that Darby owes to these two experiences his ability to sell more than $1 million of life insurance every year. Life is strange and often imponderable. Both the successes and the failures have their roots in simple experiences. Mr. Darby's experiences were commonplace and simple enough, yet they held the answer to his destiny in life. Therefore, they were so important to him as life itself. He profited by these two dramatic experiences because he analyzed them and found the lesson they taught. But what of the man who has neither the time nor the inclination to study failure in search of knowledge that may lead to success? Where and how is he to learn the art of converting defeat into stepping stones to opportunity? Okay, so Elijah, is that was clear? That story?
Yeah, as usual, Think and Grow Rich, when you read it once and you go and read some other chapters and then you read it again, it feels like you never read it at all.
Yeah, it happens. It happens with me also. I think I have read this book almost 2 times, but every time we read it again, we get new ideas and get like we are reading it first time.
Exactly.
So what were your insights from this particular story?
I think it shows a lot of persistence from the little girl because she was there despite. I think the uncle was very aggressive towards her, and she would have been scared to just run away from being where she went to see to get the 50 cents for the mother. But she couldn't leave. That's because she was determined to go and do what she was supposed to do that side. And yeah, indeed, no cannot be no sometimes. And that's what stuck out for me.
That's really great. Yeah, that's really correct. And with this in mind, with mindset in our mind, let's end this up. But before that, I want to share that what are all the insights I got in this session. So number 1 is keep on doing and continuing the journey. Then second thing is that there sometimes we'll face the temporary defeat, but we need to be committed to our journey and then keep on going to get that real yes. That is very important. So that can give you the power. Number 3 is I got that we must have a little bit clarity, at least for the next few months. It's not like that must have, but a little bit clarity, not like very crystal clear. Sometimes we don't think properly, like what's the very much clarity, what to do today, what to this or this or that. Okay, if it's okay if we don't have, but we must have a rough idea what to do in the next few months, so that if we have that, we can get on clear on the other things also. So that is very important to help you keep going. Otherwise, we'll get stuck that okay, I don't know what to do next, and that all the energy will go down, and no mindset will work, no hard work will work there. Then number 4 is mindset. Yes, mindset is bigger than hard work or anything. Everything else is important, but right mindset helps you get clarity, commitment, determination, everything which you want in this universe, because you only think with the mind and with the right mindset. And all the terrorists are also people, they are doing what they want with their mindset. So it's all about mindset.
Yes, exactly. And what I see is that commitment is really paying off everything, because once you commit yourself, you have already decided that despite whatsoever that will come out of what I am creating or what I want to do, I am still going to remain on the same goal with the same energy. And maybe even when you get a no in the process, you even get to have more energy and more determination to even achieve that goal. And what I see in this child, even she was committed to go and get the 50 cents in there, despite the aggressiveness that she received from the uncle. She was still determined to get the 50 cents. And our words are Libra. They created our world, and that world was left to think about by the uncle who was looking at the window. So indeed, the commitment, then the words are coming, then your words now, they create your world, and boom, then you are there.
And yeah, we are also committed. We'll learn from this commitment and we'll do this every week, no matter what. Thank you so much, Elijah, for joining me. And have a good day. It's afternoon for you, and for me, it's almost midnight. Thank you so much, and have a good day. And yeah, you're gonna do that amazing work you are doing with your voice and with your videos. Surely, it's gonna change the other people's life.
Amen.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye bye. See you in the next
All right, bye.
session.
All right, sure.